Howdy, 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 everybody.
Welcome, Santa.
How we doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, it's been one of those crazy Mondays.
Oh boy. We have Ben joining us today.
Hey, Ben, how are you today?
Doing good. I should change my name to Elf number one on here.
You should change it to elf number one.
Yes. Trying to get the screen, trying to figure out where how do I knight myself as an elf
There you
by
go.
chat. But yeah,
How's
man.
Emily doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome. How's Emily doing today?
Yeah, Emily, how you doing?
We're good.
You have a good
Yeah,
weekend, Emily?
I think so. It was good.
Good. Did you
Uh,
get out and do some sightseeing for some fireworks and celebrating?
yep,
Fireworks.
I saw some fireworks.
Good
Nice.
stuff. What about you, Benjamin?
Yeah, I went out into a suburb and saw even more fireworks than I felt like I would downtown. It was awesome. Fireworks
Where do you
all
live,
night, all
Benjamin?
day. I live in Nashville, Tennessee.
There you go. And did you make the right choice?
Yeah, I did. It was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, there
And I
was
got
some
to
pretty
see my
big.
goddaughter too, and she's named after me.
Well,
So
there
her
you
name,
go. That's pretty awesome.
yes,
I got to see a couple grandchildren, and the daughter and son-in-law came and spent the night with us Saturday because the kids were jumping on a plane Wednesday to go visit their brother out west. So that was pretty awesome.
that is awesome.
Yep. So
It's
yeah,
great
the
to have a
brother,
family.
brother, the other grandson, the older one, he graduated and went to motorcycle school in Arizona. That's
Mm-hmm.
the number one motorcycle school in the country. And then,
Motorcycle school. Oh boy.
of course, he met a girl.
Pretty
She's a
cool.
mechanic too. And then they moved out to, she's from just outside of Portland. So they moved out there. And yeah, they're outside of the goofy city, but I got to drive into the city to go to the bike shop. But oh well.
It's pretty cool though. I mean, so okay, what kind of bikes do they prefer to ride? You know.
Well, we got
Excuse me.
two grandsons went through that same school, and one's a Harley rider, and he rides
Mhm.
and he works on Harleys. And then this one, he rides. Geez, is it a Kawasaki? I think it's a Kawasaki that he rides, and he works on Hondas and Kawasaki's
Nice.
and a few of the other bikes, Japanese
Yeah,
bikes, I think.
a lot of my friends ride mostly the Japanese bikes, and I really like the Harleys, but never really was around them, never really rode them. But I'm just now really getting introduced to bikes right now, like because it's kind of like you'll shoot your eye out type of thing, you know,
Right?
guns and bikes type of thing is like, hey man, you wear glasses, man. What are you doing, man? Be careful out there, man. You can't
That's
see.
absolutely right. Yep, that's right. I used to ride a lot of dirt bikes when I was younger because all my friends had dirt bikes, and mom and dad would never buy me one, and I could never afford to buy one of my own. But I had friends that ride, and they would ride. Hmm, some of them would ride Yamahas. Well, the three big ones back there were Yamaha, Suzuki, and Honda for dirt bikes back then. So and that's when they were just coming out with the two strokes and the old power band, and they would go ween ween ween, and yeah, you'd be halfway across the field
Yeah,
or
yeah,
around
yeah.
the course, whatever the case may be. So, what do
Yeah.
you do, Benjamin?
So I am a business and career coach. So I offer free career coaching to anyone who needs help with their resume or their LinkedIn. And I also am the manager of multiple different organizations. And my primary thing is recruitment. So I own a staffing company. So Aerial Staffing is my primary thing. Aerial Judah is my company that owns all of my stuff. And then I'm also the co founder of a few other organizations.
There you go. And how long do have you known Miss Emily?
About 3 months.
There you go. There you go.
and she's catalyzed my live streaming career.
Ah, you help her, help them with some
We're gonna win a Webby.
podcasting, do you, Emily?
Yep.
Like so many other wonderful people that she helps
Yes,
out with.
I'm one of
Yep.
many. Yes,
Absolutely. She's been helping me now for over a year now, right, Emily?
Something like that. It's been a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Cool. And what do you do your podcasting topics about?
My topic is about sustainability and the ethics of business in both humanitarian work and entrepreneurship. So just bridging the gap between running a business and giving back, and not just being a nonprofit, but what are we doing to really solve the issues? So we're trying to solve issues the same way entrepreneurs try to solve a problem. Humanitarians are trying to solve a problem. So we're bridging the gap. So the name of the show is Sustained Ability.
Good for you. There you go. You seem kind of young to have this much, pull with business people.
Yes, it's interesting. I was just having a conversation this weekend, and my client was saying, he was like, this is odd. You're 28. Most people, most millionaires are 1 in 1,000. But oddly, I've been surrounded by them my whole life. I have a bookshelf with plenty of writers who I've met. So it's just like I'm starting to get into a position where I realize I've become desensitized to greatness. I'm ready to just walk into the light of what I need to do 100%.
It's all about attitude. And, I've been following the young man called the School of Hard Knocks, where he goes around and interviews the millionaires and the billionaires.
Yeah, that guy, he's great.
Pretty incredible how he started that off and where he's now. He's got like 25 million followers and making a couple $1 million a year. Good for him. But
Hmm.
I, I like how he interviews the people. He gets in, asks two or three questions, and gets out. Therefore,
Yeah,
not bothering them, not irritating them. But boy, some of those guys can really produce some amazing quotes and
yeah,
uh, advice for some of the younger people. So I give him full kudos to what he's doing,
yeah.
man.
I do like his work a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
just made
very
a note for
cool,
myself.
very cool. So what kind of nonprofits do you work with?
So mostly working with nonprofit co-working spaces and local chamber of commerce and networking organizations. Just lots of different nonprofits around the city that all come together as spaces that I've been a member of or have taken part of in projects.
Very cool. Well, I'm not your normal Santa. If Emily told you anything about me, um, I've got well over 100,000 followers on social media. I retired truck driver with over 3 million miles under my belt. And yes, I've driven through Nashville. Uh, I started out as doing the normal Santa things, the daycares and the houses and the businesses, visiting them. And I still do that. And that takes care of November and December. But then I got laid off from my truck driving job, and I said, how do I make this a year-round business and have fun with it? Well,
Hmm.
I network about 10 hours a day. But the cool thing is I get to go upstairs and have a warm supper with my wife every night, and I get to
Nice.
climb in my own bed, which is very cool. So it is, of course, evolved because the I got laid off from the truck in October, be almost 3 years ago now. And of course, I was busy in November and December. Then in January, okay, now what am I going to do? I've got to go online and start selling myself and saying, Santa can do other things to create smiles, giggles, and laughter for many different people. And
Hmm.
I've evolved into doing things worldwide. Oh, there's Miss Sue with Puppy
Hey, Sue.
Dog.
Cute dog.
And I've
Let me see.
now I am my main focus is I'm a storyteller. I'm not just a storyteller. I'm not the storyteller. I'm your storyteller, and I create custom stories for families and businesses.
Okay.
I free stories every Wednesday night online at 7 p.m. Central. And I don't just write stories about the North Pole and Santa Claus. I had a polar bear that loved that. This guy right here, this is Bramble,
Okay.
and he loved to hug too much. And now I've got stories about koalas, a kangaroo that learned to jump too much, a penguin that wanted to pull the sleigh for Santa, a penguin that loved to juggle, so I have a lot of different stories. And the latest one that I am very, very, very proud of is have you been introduced yet to Mr. Zak Clayton from Community Pay It Forward out of just south of Denver, Colorado?
No, I haven't actually. I'm right.
Well,
I have to
he's a
write that down.
wonderful gentleman that has a nonprofit to help not only veterans, but uh, different local organizations that support the down and out and people that are going through some tough times. But his main focus is veterans. And he's got a little polar bear that is his mascot. Well, he allowed me to create a story on how his mascot has developed over the 10 years. And it ended up being a very powerful, motivated, moving story. And it was actually tough to read because it moved me a few times going, wow, this is pretty powerful. So it turned out
Oh boy,
really well. He's very
that's
pleased.
good. I'm glad it turned out.
Yeah, it turned out really good. And the cool thing is my AI bot was going, wow, this is something different that you don't normally do. Let's
Mhm.
go with this. All of a sudden it's got about 8 different story ideas to even move the story to the next, 7, 8, 9 story level. So we're going to work on some different ideas and we're going to create some interesting things and we're going to have a little bit of fun with it. But I also do twice a week, today, Monday and Thursday, I do Santa's life lessons. And, the simple as be happy, share the stage, be polite, be kind, you know, help someone out. Simple little things like that that sometimes we forget to say and do. And today's life lesson, I was just finishing up, is let me move the screen up here a little bit. It is choose kindness first. So, yes, sometimes, mom and dads don't always promote some simple, basic, hmm, what's the word I'm looking for, Sue? Uh, Positive things that we do in our upbringing, you
Mhm.
know,
The values, yeah.
values, there's the word. Yep. And and it was funny because, my story about this guy, Bramble, he hugged too much. He hugged everybody and he loved hugging. Well, one time I was chatting with my chat bot and it says, you're missing out on a whole new opportunity for a whole new value line. And I'm going, okay, you got my interest. Tell me more. And he says, well, with Bramble's idea of hugging too much, you could start a whole new series called Life Lessons. And the first one was ask first before you give a hug. That's pretty simple, but a lot of people forget and they just go in for the hug. Some people are okay with it and some people are not. So, it's okay to ask first. So I'm having fun with it. It's starting to get some traction and you never know where it's going to go.
Right.
So
And
another
Ben,
one that's really excited about is my I do a thing on Sunday. I do a video every day, Benjamin, just to support happiness and positivity. Like getting out of bed in the morning, you put your feet on the ground. You have a choice. Are you going to be miserable and grumpy or happy and cheerful? I do that every single day. Of course, run into a veteran, thank you for your service, thank you for your sacrifice. Run into a senior, say hello, open the door, carry a bag, little things like that. Well, on Sunday, I do a little video to go along with that called Support Your Friends Small Business Sunday. We all have friends that run small businesses. How do you support them without spending dollar,
Or
$5, 10?
Sundays. I like that.
So I tell everybody you can support your friends by sharing their social media, by sharing their website. It's simple, it's easy. So what I do is I create that little 2-minute video and then I put 5 of my friends' names underneath that with their website. But about 6 weeks ago, I started a new challenge. It's a tough one. It'll make you sweat. It'll take you about 6 minutes. Go to LinkedIn or your favorite social media and repost 10 posts. That's it. That's the challenge. Well, the first week I got 400 interactions and I'm going, wow, that's pretty exciting. It took me 6 minutes. The second week I got 1,000. Well, last week I got 6,500. And I'm going, for taking 6 minutes? Wow. Yeah, this is pretty incredible. And it's something so easy to do. Some of them I picked that are people I know, and I want, I don't know who that person is, but I like the post. Click, 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 done. You read the post, make sure it goes along with your values, your ideas. And last week I did one. I didn't know who the lady was, but I think she was from Atlanta or somewhere down there, but it was about supporting women. And I went, we can always support women. Over 3,500 interactions, Sue. Blew me away. Yeah, incredible. So, I'm having fun doing different things and exploring and experiment. I'm just shy of 14,000 connections on LinkedIn.
That
So,
is pretty spectacular. I love the words of how easy it is when you help others, you're actually in the long run, you help yourself. But
absolutely.
you can't have that as your thought process. It's always, what can I do for somebody else? It comes back around and it makes a difference.
It really does, and it truly does. And you know, um, I've been experimenting with some video AI programs, and some of them are a pain in the butt. Some of them are useless. Some of them want your, first 3 born children to say, "Hey, you want to create a video?" Oh, I seen one yesterday. It's only $150 a month, but you got to pay for it for the year. So that's $1,500 or $1,700 or something like that. And I'm going, yeah, that ain't happening. Where's the monthly
Yeah.
option? Oh, there is no monthly option. It's pay for the whole year. Well, I don't know about you, Benjamin, but to fork out 2,000, $1,500 on something that you don't know is going to work for you, you would think that they would at least give you a monthly option to see if it even works. Because I want to change some of my stories and create little videos for them to even do a bigger outreach for it. So last night I found success. I made a video that was 38 seconds long. Woohoo! I was pretty excited because it actually almost looked pretty decent.
Hmm.
Did you play around with stuff like that, Benjamin?
Right now, I'm reposting 10 things on LinkedIn right now.
There you go.
On
See,
number
what did
He's
I
four,
taking,
start,
he's
right?
taking Santa's advice.
There you go.
because you're giving some good advice, and I need the transcript. I need the recording from this because I'm kind of just getting a lot of good information, and I really don't have a pen and paper, so I don't know.
Right?
I'm kind of like overloaded. I don't know. This is awesome. You
Not
have a lot
to,
of information. I even sent community pay it forward to a veteran already. I already emailed it to a veteran friend
There you go. Good stuff. Yep.
because just, there's a lot of value here. You are basically like quasi Santa. You just got like these rabbit hole info dumps, and if you're patient and you listen, you'll get something really cool. I
Well,
got
thank
like
you.
3 or 4 things going here.
I do this.
Not to keep blowing your mind here, Ben, but if you want any of what you do is Santa approved, you could do that. Like have your business as a Santa approved.
Yep, that's another thing I do. I created a little badge of honor and even filed a trademark for it too. So yeah, so I take this very seriously, and the coolest part about it is, Benjamin, I have met people all around this world that I've created amazing, not just you know contacts with. I've created some amazing friendships, and the cool thing is, generally, when I find someone that doesn't have a reason to smile in this goopy world that we live in, let's have a conversation and I can make them smile. But the cool thing is, I'm not going to sell you on anything and you're not going to sell me on anything. But the cool thing is, you're going to go, hey, to your brothers, sisters, aunts, uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews, I met this pretty cool Santa and he has some pretty cool ideas. You should check them out. That's got more power than me trying to sell you something.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's so true. That's so true.
And it's working slowly, and I'm having fun, and that's the cool thing about it is, I'm not in the truck anymore, and I'm able to have fun and contact with people. I just met this lady that she sent me a message this morning. She says, I'm so excited to introduce you to my group. I've got 3,600 women in my group that all have special needs, children, or somehow they're affiliated with having special needs. Well, I do fundraising as well, Benjamin. And
Mm-hmm.
one of my newest one is I was talking to a lady that took over the PTA July the 1st. And she was going to hire me just to read stories to the students of the school board. And then she started talking about going to some sporting events where the PTA was supposed to provide umbrellas or coolers or drinks or, some of the normal things that the schools should be providing to these students. Well, where's the canopy? Well, the wind got to it last event and it wasn't replaced. And the school board, the PTA doesn't really have enough money. And this was the topic of a few different things as it went. And I said, well, wait a minute here. Let's be a little creative with this. I says, how many students in the school? Well, 2 to 400. How many schools in the school board? 7.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's potentially, 2,500, 2,800 students. I says, okay, so if I start reading stories and we get 1,000 students out to a story reading, she said, okay. I says, let's be really proactive and be really mean. And she says, what are you talking about? Let's charge the parents $1. $1, because it's not for me, it's not for you, it's going to the PTA. So this can be not only just Santa reading stories, it can be a fundraiser for the PTA. And she said, OMG, wow. So we could raise potentially $5,000 to $10,000 for the PTA just by me reading stories. So
That's
we've
amazing.
got 5 nights picked out already, and we're going to have some fun with this, and we're going to raise some money for the PTA, you know? And
That's
it's a
really
win-win situation. Now, I use AI to create all my stories, so they're one-of-a-kind stories. Nobody's ever heard them before. Nobody's ever seen them before. So you're not hearing the same old Night Before Christmas. Not that it's a bad story. It's an amazing story. 34th on Miracle on 34th Street, amazing, beautiful movie. But these stories, they're uplifting, they're positive, and they've got a good moral fiber to them. So I was having fun. Oh, talk about that. Look who is joining right here. We were just talking about you,
cool.
buddy. Were your ears ringing?
No, but my phone was.
Oh, and who sent you the message?
I don't know. I was just about ready to press record, and all of a sudden my computer started ringing, and I was like going, "Hello? Hello?"
Miss Emily, were you sending Mr. Zak a message?
Yeah, just in case if he was available, but if not, that's okay too. I just thought,
You
whatever.
you weren't watching me on the computer, right? Because I was kind of
No,
picking
I
my
wasn't.
nose.
If we were, we
Zach, it's
promise we'll
great to
share
see
with
you.
everybody.
We'll just say I was picking my nose. We'll keep it clean.
I was just telling Benjamin, and he is a young man out of Nashville, about the story that I created for your company about your polar bear buddy and your mascot. So how pleased you were, and how pleased I was on the way it turned out. And it just some of the things that I've come up with, and just how creative I have become with having conversations with people about different subjects and ideas.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was going to send Benjamin an introduction for you, but here you are. Zach, say hello to
That's
Benjamin.
awesome.
Benjamin, say hello to Zach.
Hi,
How's it
Zach.
going? How's it
Yeah,
going?
nice. Yeah, nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. Tell me a little bit about yourself, please.
So yeah, I'm a business and career coach. I own a staffing company called Ariel Staffing, and I also have my own media network, Ariel Judah. I also do accountability partnerships and do a lot of strategic consulting through that. And then I'm also the co-founder of the Trusted Tradesman, and I am the business development manager of Tennessee Home Inspectors. So there's a lot of other companies and different things that I do, but I manage businesses and I'm really good at recruitment.
All right. I actually work with somebody who has a staffing agency out of Phoenix. So there's somebody in Phoenix that she's in our program, and anytime that we send her uh somebody to Phoenix, we're able to help people in need. So
That's awesome.
yeah, but
I would love to partner with her.
yeah, I'll do my best to make an introduction. So,
So tell
but
me more about you. I want to know more about you, and how. Yeah, you seem like a master networker, so I want to know how I can help you and
you
what
know
you
what, man?
for.
I'm a guy that was gifted. God gifted me with three things: a big gut, a big butt, and a big mouth. And I like to tell stories, and like to get your story told. I like to try to find people who are interested. I work with great people like Santa, and what happens is uh if people hire on Santa to tell a story, he'll give us a referral, and we take 70% of that referral and donate it to somebody in need.
Hmm.
And the customer gets to choose where that money goes. So, like, say, if a company hires you, if we partner together and a company hires you to bring on staff for them, okay? Um, you
That's
give
amazing.
us a yeah, you give us a $10 referral every time that
Okay,
happens. Then $7 of that $10 would go to whoever that company chooses to support out of the people who have asked us for help.
yeah, you
So
guys do really cool agreements like that. That's really awesome.
yeah.
And
I wish we
I
could do
will
something
tell
like
you
that.
that Zach also does a couple big, powerful marathons. That one is just before, well, it is at Christmas,
Yeah.
where we and I've teamed up and I've helped him do this, and he does majority of the legwork, and he does an incredible amount of work with a little bit of, sleep thrown in there for the week prior to it, but 37 hours straight through of recorded information about sending messages to first responders and military people that are deployed, whether it's across the state or across the country or across the world. And it's I'm very proud to be part of it, and it's growing. We've done it now a couple years, and he's done it I think three or four, and then he does one in February that is 22 hours long. And unfortunately, I think we might have to extend that a little bit because the numbers are getting a little higher. We need to bring more people to the forefront to the understanding of, 22 veterans a day commit suicide because of whatever reason that this government unfortunately doesn't supply enough services to help these veterans that have given their whole life to support this country and allow us to do what we love to do and share different things. So, depending on who you talk to, that number is double that now. It's almost up to 44, I've been told, which is not acceptable. I have a whole another website set up called the Warriors Beacon of Hope, and it is a website that's growing slowly. But as I talk to different veterans, I kept hearing the same terminology. I'm on the waiting list. Come on, we got to do better than that. We're the biggest and the best country in the world. Why are we lacking services for our veterans? Well, it all started with me on TikTok talking to a young soldier, 24 years old, had done 4 tours already and signed up for his fifth one, and he wasn't even 25 years old. But he said, can you make me a video to tell my parents that I still love them? I'm going, huh? You have my undivided attention now. I says, what's
Mm.
going on? He says, well, being deployed 4 times, I've seen some things that affected some of my brain cells, and I can't say I love you to my mom and dad anymore. And I says, I'd be honored and proud to make a video for him. So I made this video, and of course, made mom and dad, brother, sister um, cry. And when he come back and said, his video turned out really good, and how much do I owe? I says, you don't owe me anything. I says, I want to know when you're going to see the psych. And he says, well, I'm on the waiting list, and you know, I'm going to be 6 months out on the waiting list, and I'm going to be deployed in 4. And I'm going, holy crap. So I introduced him to a few people that he at least could chat with and, keep his brain cells together. So that got me on the topic of putting this website together. So my website has services, meetings, scholarships for children of veterans, and now it's got travel discounts for veterans as well. So it's growing slowly and positively. It's called the Warriors Beacon of Hope. And, Zach's on there and we're having fun with it. And we're going to see where it's going to go. Oh, Mr. Stash is in the house.
There we
So
go. Lord Lippington is nice and cheery today.
there you go. Absolutely.
Welcome,
I,
Kurt.
you already know Benjamin because you've been helping him out.
Calling in the Cowboys, are we?
Yeah, right. There we go, Zach. That's the way to do it. Nice. Yes, sir.
Who is the comedian or which TV show had the hat like that sideways?
That almost looks like a French
Is it
hat, but
is
yeah.
that Conway? Was he the guy? Conway? What's his first
Tim
name?
Conway? No, it
Yeah,
was.
was that him?
Oh God, you're
Oh,
gonna make me think. He wore the
Yeah,
the hat sideways like that, and he was always cracking jokes in the series.
I don't know, but this is my riding hat. As you can see, it's seen plenty of the road. So,
Uh-huh.
this is the hat that I always rode with. So, but yeah. So, yeah, Benjamin, I put my information in there in the chat for you. It's so you can kind of take a look, and I'd love to talk to you a little bit more about it. But yeah, you know what Santa was saying is that we got the two, monster podcasts. We've got Miracle of the Season, which our goal is very simple. We want you to reach out to people, and especially right now, it doesn't matter if you're Republican, if you're Democrat, what good's it doing destroying lifetimes of relationships, over a politician? It doesn't matter which idiot you voted for, neither one is going to tell you the truth.
right.
Plain, pure, and simple. So
Hell
we
yeah.
got people who are killing each other right now just because, they can't talk. And we need to open these lines of communications again, and we need to allow parents to take and reach out to their kids during Christmas, or whatever you want to call it, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, it doesn't matter to me. It's not, everybody celebrates something on December 25th, whether it's just another day or it's a holiday. Everybody celebrates something on that day. Whether, like I said, it could just be, hey, I woke up this morning. That's what today means to me. We need to make sure people are celebrating each other on that day. And so we're celebrating being able to tell stories. We're read your favorite story to a child worldwide. Tell us about your traditions. It's something where you can go on, be positive, and change people's lives. Make people think, hey, yeah, I was a little angry at someone today, but damn it, I heard a guy tell a great story and I feel a little bit better now. It's our
Yeah.
goal. And then, we sit here live for 22 hours on February 22nd just because they sacrificed years of their life. It's the most I can do. The least I can do to, to take and punish my floor for 22 hours under my fat ass, to try to find ways to support people. So, that's really what the goal is. So, Buddy Hackett, oh my God. I haven't heard his name forever.
Is that the guy
Yeah.
you're thinking of, John?
Nope. Nope.
That's still not the guy, huh? Oh boy, you're bringing up a lot of memories then.
Yeah.
Well, when you figure it out, you let us know because I'm curious who you're thinking about then.
Yeah. Maybe it was Buddy Hackett, but in what show though?
Oh, that's the key. Figure out the show. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Huh.
That
So
was a little bit before my time, but I remember the reruns. That's where I come
Yeah.
into it with the reruns of what you're talking about.
Go ahead, Ben.
So I'm just interested in the pay it forward, community model and where do I fit in? Because there's a lot of things that are important to me, like, the missionary path for my father's school, House of Friendship Initiative in Calabar, Nigeria, where they have 300 students. The operational budget is $100 per student, so it's like 30K per year. So that's my main thing that I'm trying to, always push and get, resolved. And then also getting my travel, set up so I know what I'm going to do in 2028 in Nigeria. I'm probably going to be there 2027, 2028, because I'm going to be traveling around the U.S. Uh, but, I'm just really like walking into the light as a missionary fully. And I always said, my father's got a doctorate in theology. He's like big into ministry. He's always said, "What's your ministry? What do you really like?" And I always said, just having real conversations with real people, you know. So my conversation is centered around like the framework. I'm looking at all the framework of this document and all, the community efforts of it. And I'm just trying to see exactly how can I, either leverage it or be a part of it as somebody who's giving back and use this for my core initiative. Just bringing up, personal thing that I'm working on is, that missionary walk, and also learning how to actually be boots on the ground and wanting to take part in other people's missions and just be able to help other people live their dream as well.
Well, I'd say the first thing that we should do, oh my God, Jerry Lewis. I would say one of the very first things we should do is definitely have a conversation. Allow me to, come on to the Pact podcast and allow me to interview you so you can tell people about what your dad does, what you do, tell your story. Because, like I said, your story, there's something in your story, Benjamin, that people need to hear. Okay. And the best thing that we can do is get it out there. And that way, the people who you don't even know, they can hear it and it can
Yeah,
make a difference in their lives. And so, I'm not one of those guys who concentrates on getting hundreds of thousands of listeners, hundreds and thousands of viewers. I want one, and I want it to be that person whose story your life changed on that day. Numbers don't matter to me, because you know what? You can have a show with mindless viewers, 3 million mindless viewers, and it does nothing for them. If we have that one viewer who we are able to change their life and do something for them, then we've done our job. That's what we're supposed to do. So there's a link in there that you can just take and sign up. We can have a meeting, and then we can record an interview. And yeah, but there's a lot that we can do together. We can bring you in as a mission partner to support your dad. We can bring your businesses on as giving partners. That way people can get to know who you are, and you can spread the word of your dad and his mission a lot further.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things that, our goal is to put together a database of people who are talking about you. And if we get enough people talking about what Kurt, what Santa, what, Z, what everybody else does, if we have enough people who are trying to tell their story along with you, people have no way or no reason but to listen, So, and I mean, it's a
Thank you.
powerful thing that we're trying to do. So, and our goal is very simple, or it's very complex, but it's a simple thing. Our goal is to help everyone. We want to help everyone. And that's very obtainable, I mean, if you and I are helping someone sees that they help someone else, all we have to do is continue to do this, and by the end of the day, everybody's been helped with something. So
And very
Thank you.
powerful.
I appreciate that. No one ever got anywhere alone.
no,
Oh, for sure.
no,
Well, I'm just
Even
glad
a
to hear it.
stash like Kurt's, sometimes he needs help, and we're all here to help him because Kurt's that type of
Yeah,
guy, and he
thank you,
helps a lot
Kurt.
of different people, even
Yeah,
with a stash like that.
I'm glad Kurt's got support. It's good to have somebody, because I can rely on Kurt. He holds me accountable. So to know that he's getting support from you guys and other people is just great.
Yep.
I just want Kurt to dye his eyebrows like his mustache is, just do the
Yeah,
tips of his eyebrows.
the
Yeah.
end of the eyebrows, wouldn't that be awesome, Zach?
Do the kind of, vanilla ice notching in gray. That would be awesome.
It's gonna happen naturally. You just gotta wait about 5 years, maybe just a few. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Send a
yeah,
message to Miss Sue.
I found Jimmy
Oh, Jimmy
Durante.
Durante. What did you do now?
He's wearing his hat sideways on what I found there. So I don't know. We're
Yeah.
we're gonna do a
No,
little research.
it
We're
was
gonna
in a military show. I remember that.
Oh, okay. I'm putting it into
Hogan's
Google.
Heroes, maybe?
Maybe Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, that one I don't remember from Hogan's Heroes. It could be. I didn't see him.
Maybe MASH. The
Klinger?
No, the cook. The original cook always wore his hat kind of askew, I think.
Hello to the puppies.
Yeah,
They take over the screen.
They think they're important. Huh, you think you're important, huh?
Well, when they are demanding, who gives into who?
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. So you learned a lot, Benjamin. Thanks for showing up. We're having a little
I'm
bit of
glad to
fun
be
and
here. I'm
interesting
filling out the
conversation.
form. Yeah, I'm filling out the
Groovy.
form right now.
I
You guys,
appreciate it, man. Yeah, like I said.
I've been putting work in this whole call. Like I've been going on like a museum hunt, looking at different resources and filling out documents and all that.
Well, You know, that's look, there's never a reason to not do that stuff, you know, but I mean, look, if we can just get people to start talking about you, you know, and the only way we can do that is to get to know you a little bit better. But I mean, and this coming up Thursday, we've got something called family networking. Where are you at?
I'm in Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay, Nashville. So you're Central?
Yes, Central Standard.
Okay, so yeah, it's at 5 o'clock on Thursday. Costs nothing.
I do my podcast at 5 o'clock.
What's that?
I do my podcast at 5 o'clock. I just do it early sometimes, so I'll probably host it early that day.
Oh, okay.
I did mine at 4:30. That's why I ended up being available.
Okay, well, if you ever it's the second Thursday of every month, but if you ever get an opportunity, right there's the link to join us.
Okay. Let's save that.
So, and our goal is we want to talk about what you can do to help others and what people can do to help you. So
nice. You have a good use of forms as well. So, well, I'm glad to be a part of this, guys.
Well, thanks for sticking around and having a conversation. That's what it's all about right there.
Rabbit.
You know? It's you got to have the conversation. And when you meet new people, you open up doors. And it's one thing I say in my daily video. It's like, are you climbing the steps and knocking on new doors? Because the opportunity behind you is not going to, you know, come marching up your door or up your steps until you go knock on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, man, I'm just glad that I knocked on this one. I'm glad that I walked in.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I do this twice a month, first and third Monday. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. Hey, Helen.
Hi, how you doing?
Awesome. Thank you for popping in for the last little bit. How are you today?
I'm sorry I'm late. I tried to come in earlier, but I got detained in a meeting.
Uh-huh.
But I wanted to say hello, so little better late than never, right, Santa?
Absolutely. We got Benjamin on the line. He's from Nashville, a new character. Say hello to Helen.
Hi,
And
Benjamin.
You know
nice
Zach,
to meet you.
Hey, Helen. It's nice to meet you as well. And I think I put you in a group chat with my family earlier. Or yes, I think so. I think I might have you mixed up with Helen Weaver.
You did?
Yes.
And so who is that Sue? Sue shared a photo, which the guy looks familiar, but I can't think.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Is that who I was thinking about?
Yeah, I remember we met a few weeks ago. And Helen Weaver, her name is just spelled phonetically similar. So yes.
Yeah, so I'm looking in the chat and my wife Sue put, who is that Sue?
Larry Storch, Corporal Randolph Agarn, sorry, from the F Troop.
Oh, F Troop.
No, that was F Troop.
Hi, Sue.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'll be doing better once I get the fire going out here. I'm trying to kick up a fire for the evening. We're cooking hot dogs over the campfire for supper tonight, and we've got a lot of wood to burn. You want to see my
wait, so you have a campfire going?
We will soon. I'm still working on it, but I've got a lot of wood to burn.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. What about marshmallows? Do you have any marshmallows too? We do. What's a campfire without marshmallows, right? Right. Oh, I love it. Yum.
Yeah, I got to get back on it. I heard the question about the hats, and of course I have to start playing and see if I can figure out who you're talking about.
We just don't want to burn your tongue with that hot marshmallow. That's oh my gosh.
Nope.
That's happened to me.
Careful. Don't ruin
Right.
the fun.
Uh-huh. Absolutely.
Who hasn't burned their tongue on melted marshmallow, right?
I've got a scar from when I was about 6 years old from molten marshmallow. The guy put it on the stick and he put his stick on his shoulder and turned around and got my neck.
Oh
Oh,
my
no.
gosh.
I had molten marshmallow on my neck that I still have the scar from many
Wow,
years
that had
ago.
to hurt and sticky.
Ow.
Oh, I was screaming down the back lane, let me tell you, towards mom and dad.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah. And molten marshmallow doesn't pop off very easily off skin.
No, it's sticky, especially when you're burned. That had to hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
look at the doggy. Oh,
Helen, do you know Zach?
No, I haven't ever met her. So I'll try to jump on here next time, but I gotta get going. So, but yeah, Benjamin, it was great to meet you.
That's me.
Their stash. We'll talk to you soon. Yeah.
Sounds good.
nice
So
to meet you, Zach, even though we didn't
Yeah.
get formally, introduced.
we'll meet sometime. We definitely run in the same circles. So, but but yeah, I got to go and play my Santa walk up music now. So
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
because he's a blonde beaut.
And thank you, Zach.
All right,
Thanks,
I'll
Zach.
talk to you all later.
Talk to you soon, buddy.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach.
All right. Anyways, it was nice seeing everybody. Kurt, I'll see you later. My partner, Scott Brogan's just trying to call me now. So I want to tell him about our meeting today that we had.
Sure. Yeah. Keep us posted.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
excited. Okay.
Thanks, Helen.
Bye.
Cool.
Nice meeting you, Santa. Bye-bye. Bye, Benjamin.
Nice meeting you,
Bye.
Santa. Bye.
There you go.
Oh my gosh, wait.
So how long you been in business, Benjamin?
About 8 years.
Cool. There you
It's
go.
just refreshing to have some people to talk to, honestly. Like, I'm just getting used to this new lifestyle where it's like I have a virtual community and I'm just like really just feeling like, just enjoying it comfortable because normally I just sit here by myself. So it's great to have people to talk to.
Well, absolutely. And when you get, it definitely makes the day go by quicker, and it'll end you with many questions in your head, going, "I should have asked this question. I should have asked that question." So I think I put my did I put my information in the chat earlier on? I can't remember if I did or not. We've been taken over by hats. I'll grab it again for you.
Okay. One second.
Too many screens open here, but that's okay.
So Ben, you went through your Monday through Friday program in terms of Tech Tuesday and the Workaholic Wednesday and all that, or no?
Yeah, we did Monday.
Yeah, I think
we did
one or two
Monday Monday
episodes.
right before this.
Yeah, we just did Monday, Monday. Monday. I think there was one episode that didn't get uploaded right, but it doesn't really matter that much. We did a great job. Like it's going up and it looks great. It's really good. I'm getting a lot of good reviews from people. So I thought about collecting testimonials from people, like getting that perspective on what they think about it and stuff like that. But yeah, it's coming together really well. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you bet. Whatever we got to do to rectify any episodes, because it's out on Emily's YouTube just fine. So we just gotta, if the recording, filed and give you what you needed. If you like what's on Emily's YouTube channel, she just downloads that then.
Kurt, I think what he's referring to is there's one that's on Ability Network right now that I didn't get that Sue is going to send to me.
Oh, okay.
Earliest was going to be yesterday, and I don't know that she sent it to me yet. So I think that's I think that's the one he's referring to. It isn't up there yet.
All right, so we're working on it. Yeah, so Santa, are you aware of what Helene's doing out at Freedom Fest? Were you part of any of that announcement with Barry Shore? She's
No.
she's out in Vegas and there's a Freedom Fest out in Las Vegas. So she's gonna be out there. It's pretty exciting that she's gonna help Barry Shore represent um the Everywhere card.
Okay.
Emily, can you set up for screen sharing? I was just gonna share my screen, but I'm not
Sorry.
co-host.
I didn't get your other thing set up here. I was busy multitasking, but there.
All right. Yeah, I think we got it now. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at Freedom Fest really quick. I know we just got a minute to win it here, but take a look at these speakers that they're going to be out there. Kelsey Grammer, Steve Forbes, Rob Schneider, Dean Kane,
Wow.
Glenn Beck. Look at that. It's just the
Big
teaser.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's quite a big event going on out there. So the Everywhere card is going to have an exhibit booth space. So Helene's going to help out with that. And yeah, they're going to be out there with movers and shakers. And so next week will be a whole different ball game because of this event.
Wow.
So yeah,
And how
so
many
yeah.
day is that? Is that 1 day or is it 2 days?
4 days. It starts Wednesday evening and then wraps up on Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah, and be able to work with Barry Shore. She's right out there in Henderson where Barry is. So
Yep.
so they're both gonna be trekking into Vegas for that show and should be creating a lot of magic. So Barry's excited, and
And what
his
is the purpose of this festival?
of Freedom Festival. Let's go
It's
to
like
the
a
about.
gathering of libertarian minds all around the world who come
Yeah, the
together.
platform for liberty movement. Um, so who is this? Valerie looks like Duh. What is her name? This seems like I probably should know of her, but I don't claim to know who this is.
Yep.
Let's see here. The nonprofit Freedom 360, nonprofit Freedom Fest dedicated education, outreach, and empowering the next generation of independent thinkers through scholarships, student programs, and community initiatives.
Huh.
So it's dedicated to liberty and something else. I didn't get the words there,
It
but yeah.
says vision a freer future built by independent thinkers empowered to act boldly as they champion freedom. Mission to create an elevated annual experience where those who value freedom come together to learn new ideas, challenge old ones, connect, and celebrate. Enlightenment,
Huh.
independence, elevated experience, friendship and fun, persuasion over force, win-win-win, actionability. So let's hear this story here. When my parents, Mark and Joanne Skousen, founded Freedom Fest in 2007, they envisioned a place where everyone who loves liberty can gather, learn, exchange ideas freely, and leave renewed with hope for the future in a world that too often feels divided and cynical. Freedom Fest exudes a culture of respect, curiosity, and genuine friendship. It's where people from every background come together to wrestle with serious ideas and to laugh, celebrate, and connect as equals. If you are someone who cares about freedom and believes in the possibility of a free world, I warmly invite you to join us. You'll find yourself among friends. So
Huh.
there you go. So it is 6 o'clock. So if you gotta get going, Santa, we are
Yes,
at the end.
sir. Thanks, Benjamin. I appreciate it. And once again, thank you, Emily, Kurt. This has been a
Thank you, Santa.
fun
Thank you.
conversation.
I'll save your contact information.
All right, reach out.
Message. All right.